Hello everyone, today is 10th of December and this is my 6 days of quarantine, and today's routine basically is more or less the same like the previous day. Today's topic is all about my weight loss journey. For those of you who know me 3 years ago, you will have the impression, or maybe you will remember, I was much bigger. I remember before December 2017, I am at my peak of my weight, which is around 115 kilo to 120 kilogram, really big. And that time my waist is around 44 to 46 inches. It's kind of like difficult to imagine. Today, my weight has been maintained around 73 to 76, that kind of range. I'm very glad and grateful that I'm able to maintain the weight pretty well 3 years after the surgery. So I would like to share with you my transformation. So I compiled a list of points to talk on, then so people will actually get to know more about what kind of procedure and what kind of things to watch out if they wanted to consider this kind of procedure as well. So commonly people will ask me things like, how do you lose so much weight? So basically I have done a bariatric or weight loss surgery back in December 2017 when I was in Taiwan. So what is bariatric surgery? Bariatric surgery actually is a weight loss surgery, and it consists of many different types of surgery. The well-known one will be gastric bypass, or the one that I do is called vertical sleeve gastrectomy, or VSG. So what is VSG surgery? So let me explain to you on this graphic. As you can see, via this procedure, the doctor will use the instrument to remove around 85% of your stomach. So only 15% of the stomach will be remaining in your body, and this procedure is not reversible, meaning it's permanent. Why the doctor need to remove so much of your stomach? It sounds scary, isn't it? So people will think that, oh, what will happen if you only left this little amount of stomach? Will you be suffering from digestion issue or what? Actually, no. The main reason the doctor need to remove a huge part of the stomach is because that is the area that stomach get expand. Our normal stomach capacity is around 700 to 800 ml, but if you expand it, it can go all the way to 2 to 2.5 liter. So when the stomach is being trimmed to look like a sleeve, the stomach won't expand anymore. Therefore, there's only limited amount of food can go into your stomach at one time, and the patient will feel full very, very quickly. That is the whole purpose of this surgery. So what is the benefit of this surgery? The benefit will be the patient who gone through this procedure normally will be expecting to lose 50% of their excess weight in 18 to 24 months. Some of the patients, they are more fortunate, they lost 60 to 70% of their excess weight in this duration. For my case, I lost about 70 to 80%, that kind of range. So what is excess weight? So if you follow BMI, you should know, if you enter your height and you choose male or female, they will actually give you a ideal weight. For my case, example is I'm 165 cm. My ideal weight should be around 65 kilogram. Then it will be fall on the normal BMI. So during my time when I was much bigger. My BMI was way above 40. I'm at the range of 44, 45. So in medical categories, for this BMI above 40 is already considered morbid obesity. It's a disease if it's defined by medical professional, you know. I go for this surgery because this is a sustainable procedure and gradually can help the patient to lose the excess weight. It also can control and maintain the weight loss pretty well. So what kind of people is suitable to go through this kind of surgery? If you look at the justification just now, this procedure can help a person to reduce their excess weight by about 50%. If you are a slightly chubby person that you do not really obese, you know, maybe your ideal weight is 60 kg, for example, and you are at 80 kg. So with this procedure, maybe you can lose 50% of that excess 20 kg, which is about only 10 kg, 10 kg. So with 10 kg, normally doctor will say no, they will not suggest or advise you to do this procedure because it doesn't worth it. If you really put on strong determination, you know, strong discipline, maybe you can shed off that 10 kg, you know, and no need to go through such procedure with certain amount of risk, definitely. So for my case, why do I go for this surgery? It's because at 120 kg, the doctor said it's very, very difficult for someone who are that big to lose weight with only the determination. Based on statistics, for people who are morbid obese, maybe just 2 to 3% of them can reduce the weight to healthy level or maintain it. The worst case is a lot of people are trying very hard to reduce the weight, but it got rebound and gain more weight at the end of the day. So when you do this kind of attempt to reduce weight and then you gain back the weight, what will happen to your body? You will have a lot of visceral fat building in your body and it will actually burden your inner organ a lot, you know. So the life expectancy for those people who keep trying and fail is much shorter than a big person that do nothing at all, you know. So for me, the wake-up call is when I was 120 kg, I felt that I need to do something to change it. So I know this procedure by a very random conversation with one of the customer, and he shared with me that because that time I'm quite big, and he shared with me back then he was like 50 kg heavier, and I couldn't imagine someone can lose 50 kg. So I got curious and asked him what is his secret, you know, and what kind of method he used to lose all this weight. Then he told me in Taiwan there's actually this kind of specialist under the weight loss department. They actually know the best method for every individual to lose weight. Not all the method is actually via surgery. Some is via nutrition control, some is via workout, you know, some is via some different procedure. But he suggests me just to make an appointment to see this doctor. So I went ahead to make a booking to see this doctor, and then after a lot of discussion, he do a lot of measurement on my blood pressure, on my sugar level, on my weight, and then assess all my various factors, and he thinks that I'm suitable to go through this procedure, and he thinks that with my condition I'm healthy enough to go through the entire process. Back then I didn't really have any health issue. The main point that I do this is because I wanted to be more healthy, and I wanted to gain back confidence, and also I want to have more energy to spend with my family and also on my job, you know. So after a lot of discussion and decision making with my family members, thankfully my wife supported me. So I also write down some of the notes. So what is my progress back then? Right after 3 months, which is on February, my weight had dropped from around 120 kilo all the way to about 100 kilo. So I lost about 20 kilograms in 3 months time. That was the beginning. So the weight loss is very fast, as you can see in this chart. So after 3 months, in May, I lost another 10 kg again to about 89 kilogram. So in August, another 3 month time, I become 80 kilogram. So in 2019 June, my weight had become 74 to 75 kilogram and has been maintained since that time. I pretty happy to able to sustain and maintain this weight loss, because I think a lot of changes need to be done in terms of my diet, in terms of my lifestyle, and in terms of my mentality. Because back then I can eat as much as I want, whatever food, I don't need to restrict, because I can eat pretty fast and my stomach always felt empty, I always felt hungry and I look for food here and there. But with this procedure done, it had this auto limiter in my stomach that say that, hey, you had enough, eat slowly. If not, you will feel like you're going to puke, because when the stomach is full, the auto reflux of the system will make the food come out of your stomach and you will puke, vomit. So I learned how to cope with this procedure and actually able to live with it. So and there's also a few points that I would like to share. How is the recovery like, and also is there any side effect of this VSG procedure? The recovery more or less took few months, for somebody who just went through the surgery. In the first 1 month or so, you are on pure liquid diet. So there's no whatever solid food or even semi-solid food you can eat. All your intake is all liquid. You can drink soup, milk, you can drink 100 plus, things like that, very, very clean and liquid diet. Because why? You need to let the wound to be healed. Because when it actually take out the 85% of your stomach, your wound need to be healed in order to secure the entire sleeve, the shape of a sleeve. So after the first month, the second month, you can proceed to what you call the semi-liquid diet. So you can eat things like porridge, eat things like mashed potato, You can progress from there. Then after maybe another month, you can go on those like solid food, but you eat very, very slowly. And I still remember back then when I first recovered and able to eat some solid food, I only can eat like 3 dumplings, the small dumpling, 水饺. I only can eat 3, then I feel like very, very full. Because my stomach was like very narrow and everything is like filled up quickly. But after a while, I tend to get used to it, and the doctor said the secret is you have to chew more time and make this food fully like so-called chew up, then you only swallow it. So your stomach will get easier when it actually digests the food. And the doctor also said you have to watch out your nutrition level. You have to eat many different types of food. Focus more on protein, vitamins. So I cut down a lot on carbohydrate, because to me, rice and noodle, they are like filler. So I cut all that. I only normally eat the vegetable, fish, meat, and drink some soup. So another things that need to watch out for this procedure is some patients actually suffer from acid reflux. So what happens is when your stomach get narrow, smaller, if you finish the meal at maybe 9 p.m., then half an hour you wanted to go to sleep, go to bed, it's very dangerous, because the stomach start to produce the acid to digest the food, and you just lie down. Can you imagine when you lie down, the acid will just flush back to your throat and then to create some heartburn effect. So this is also one of the side effects, but luckily for me, I didn't suffer from that. So I'm pretty alright. And a lot of people also ask, what's the cost of this surgery? How much does it cost me? I'm very fortunate. This surgery doesn't cost me any single cent because I was covered by company insurance, and from the policy, because I'm morbid obesity, so this is considered a disease and I can claim using the insurance. But normally, if you want to do this procedure in Malaysia, it will cost you somewhere around 23 to 30,000, that kind of range. For Taiwan, it's slightly more expensive for non-Taiwanese people. If you're a foreigner, normally it will cost you about 40 to 50 to 60,000, you know. So I'm very fortunate in a way that I no need to pay for it, and I get to enjoy the benefit. And I want to talk a little bit, how does this weight loss actually change my life? I do not have any intention to discriminate big people, because I was big before. And to me, the most biggest changes in my life is I realized I got much more energy than before, and I can do things that I like to do where I can't do it when I was that big. Just to give you an example, I like cycling. But do you know that when I go to the bike shop to look for my first bike, I wanted to buy a road bike, the bike that with the, you know, with the racing bar and with the more aerodynamic type of bicycle. When the boss saw me, he just said that, "Hi sir, I think you are not suitable to use this kind of bike because the tire is very slim, and with your weight, the bike cannot sustain. And it's very dangerous for you to ride on this kind of bicycle if your weight is more than 100 kilograms. So he suggests me to take a hybrid bike with the wider tire instead. So I felt that, and it's also quite difficult for me to do running. When I was that big, my knee, everything is need to actually support all this weight, and it will get injured easily. So that's why with all this weight loss, now I'm more, I'll say that easy to go out and do some outdoor activity and exercise. Another benefit for me definitely is the energy level. I felt much more energized, and from the day onward, I never took another day of sick leave. You know, I'm very healthy, and I also tend to enjoy food more, not the quantity but the quality, because I cannot eat so much, so I'll focus on the quality meal to go for. You know, I will still spoil myself with some very nice food. I will still go on fine dining, because as you know, fine dining, the portion is small, but it is quality and it's tasty, you know. And now one of my favorite food is steamboat, because when I eat steamboat, I can just spend time longer, and most of the food is soft because it's cooked inside the soup, you know. What is the conclusion and my thought on this weight loss journey? My feeling is, if you are someone who are just overweight, you can try to use your own will to cut down the weight by using low carb, high protein, that kind of method, or you do more exercise and control your diet. A lot of people have the idea of weight loss. If you talk about weight loss, diet is 70%, workout is 30%. Actually, it's not the same for everybody, I must say. But if you have these two elements, it works well together, very well. But if you ask me, definitely the more effective one will be diet, because you are what you eat. If you control the intake, actually you are more efficient in a way, because can you imagine to maybe burn 500 calories, you need to run for 1 hour. But 500 calories is what? It's not even like a burger. Big Mac will be anywhere between 700 to 800 calories, you know. So if you just eat less, one Big Mac, you can actually no need to burn so much. So that is the idea. But if you work out, you will gain more muscle, and muscle will help you to burn more calories. And this is actually the mindset that everyone should have, is you have to build the muscle to maintain your metabolism and to keep yourself high with energy, and therefore you can live more healthy. And another thought that I want to share with all of you is this weight loss surgery is not a shortcut. You can achieve the desired outcome in maybe 1.5 to 2 years time, but if you do not do any changes on your lifestyle, you will very quickly you will realize that the weight will keep on coming up. Eventually, I saw some of the patients share their experience. They did the VSG procedure once, but after 5 years, the weight continue to come back, and they are considering to do another gastric bypass procedure. Gastric bypass means you actually you bypass most of your intestines, the absorption level, and to avoid the calorie absorption. And that is another extreme level of the bariatric surgery. So you have to watch out if you want to consider to do this procedure. This is not a quick fix, an easy fix to get rid of all the excess weight. This is only an enabler for you to be more lighter, so that you can become more energetic to change your lifestyle entirely and sustain it. Okay, so I wish today my sharing will be helpful for the people who want to know more about what is this bariatric surgery, or what is this VSG, what is the sharing from a person like me who went through this procedure, and then what's the benefit, what is some of the side effect, and how to maintain it in the long run. That's all from me today. Thank you. Bye bye.